Hi, have you ever walked out of a conversation feeling like something was wrong? Or you ever walked out of an argument feeling like there was a lot of misunderstanding? You see, that right there points to self awareness. And today we're going to be talking about self awareness, what it means, how it affects you and the people around you. Because we need to understand that there's a very big difference between how we say something and how it lands to other people. So, let's start. What's self awareness? Self awareness is not understanding that you're Capricorn. Self awareness is not realizing that you're Sagittarius. And self awareness really isn't a personality test. Self awareness doesn't tell you that you're melancholy or you're phlegmatic or you're sanguine. I mean, all of these things are very good pointers into our beings and what we are like as people, but that's not self awareness. You see, self awareness is understanding your emotions, recognizing your reactions and seeing how that affects other people. Understanding your emotions, recognizing your reactions and seeing how that affects other people. Because we need to we need to understand that there's a difference between an act and the impact. You see, for people that conversant with science, we realize and we know from one of the Newton laws of motion that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So for every action, there's a reaction. And many times we're not in control of the reaction. You see, we have no place in defining what the reaction is. So when we say something, it could be different from how someone else picks it up. And that's totally fine. You see, there's a reason why we avoid self-awareness as a concept, because self-awareness really is uncomfortable. Self-awareness is something that's hard to get into because really what you're saying to yourself is, I am not always right. And someone else's opinions can be right with mine being wrong. You see, someone else can be more right than you. Someone else can be more right than me. You see, I was having a conversation with an aunt and she said to me that people that are not self-aware can be dangerous to society. And that struck me because I realized that self-awareness is a must-have for everyone because it's important that we recognize and we know how we affect other people. So, understanding self-awareness is a very big thing because it makes us safer. It makes us much more reliable. People tend to be more honest with us. You see, a lot of the times when you think about it, the reason why your friend or your partner is not being fully honest with you is because they don't feel safe around you. And that's a hard truth to come by because we think we're perfect. We think we're good enough. We think that we express our standards. We express our emotions, our feelings, but we don't take into account the fact that we can't always be right. And we don't always have to be right. You see, another person could be more right than you. Another person can be more right than you. And that's fine. Okay. And you see, for us, it creates a dynamic where there's so much misunderstanding. We have conversations with people and we tend to be misunderstood. Why? Because there's no self-awareness. You see, we're repeating old patterns where we're reacting rather than learning. We have conversations, we react to them, we don't learn from them. And that's because of lack of self-awareness. So really, how do we come out of this? I think and strongly believe that a very good starting point into self-awareness is recognizing your reactions, understanding your behaviors, seeing how that triggers you. I mean, ask yourself these questions. What am I reacting to? How does that situation affect me? What's my emotion in this moment? And then, most importantly, we need to mention and ask ourselves how that behavior affects other people. Because we need to come to a place where we know that how we pass a message is different from how the message is being received. We need to also come to a place where how another person passes a message to us can be different from how we take in that message. And see, what self-awareness does is it brings you into this light where we understand that there's a very vast difference between what we say and how it landed. Because we could say that, oh, I don't want to check the bag, or I checked the bag because it's your bag. You came back home from a very tired shift. So I'll pack the bag for you. I'll take the bag for you. But to them, how it can land is them thinking that you snooped into their bag. It doesn't make any of those things right or wrong. But self-awareness helps us understand the reactions, helps us understand how we react to such situation. Because many times the arguments that we have, the fights that we have, are not a function of whether someone is right or wrong. It is how we show up. It is how we speak. It is how we react to each other. And you see, what self-awareness does is it tells you that your reaction is right. It tells you that your reaction is wrong. It helps you learn. It helps you learn about other people. It helps you understand their reactions. It helps you know how to show up for them. Because we're not all the same. We're definitely not all the same. You see, and when we ask ourselves questions like, do I know my feeling? Do I know my emotion? How does this trigger me? And how does this affect the people around me? You see, when we ask ourselves these three questions, where we're coming to a place where we're accepting that we cannot always be right. And yes, it bruises your ego, but then it betters your relationship. And that's the most important thing. It's the Everyday Podcast.